Doctor, are you there?
Hello, yes, I can hear you.
Doctor is
Welcome,
always
welcome.
there, Dan.
I'm always here. I'm always here.
Dr. Idz, thank you for joining us as always.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Thanks for reaching out.
The question today is ice baths. It's popular in the bro science world. Ice baths every day, all the time. We watched a video of a guy. He was like, this is my 49th day of doing an ice bath. I'm miserable. I hate it. I have anxiety. I can't sleep. I procrastinate looking out the window because I dread going in there so much, but I'm doing it because I'm dedicated. Is there benefits to doing these ice baths to that level that you know of?
Right. So, yeah, there's lots of avenues to this one question because, first of all, the context in which they are doing it. So, this gentleman you're talking about, is he doing it as like a one thing in the morning? Is it for 1 minute? Is it for less? Is it for 10 minutes?
He does it for 3 minutes every morning. And the water's like 1 or 2 degrees Celsius.
And he showed it was -4 outside where he was doing. He was in Canada, and it was below 0 Fahrenheit.
The water was 1 or 2 degrees Celsius. So
right.
Very, very, very cold.
Okay, interesting. Yeah. So this is part of the field of cold immersion therapy, or like cold water immersion therapy. And there's actually been some decent data on it for, I think the strongest evidence for it is going to be surrounding post-exercise muscle recovery, right? So I know that there's a recent analysis in last year that compared lots of different types of kind of active recovery. So things like massaging, foam rolling, like a light bicycle ride kind of after your exercise session. And they found that the cold water immersion, it might not have been as cold as what you guys are talking about, but a few minutes of that within an hour or two after your exercise session does seem to improve the rate at which you recover from exercise. But in terms of so there's differences in the science. So you've got things like cold showers, right, where they're not as cold as like an ice bath. There's some emerging evidence showing that people who suffer with anxiety, they can have a reduction in their heart rate or their symptoms of anxiety. And actually, one very interesting study I saw, I think a few months ago, was people who had cold showers compared to the other group that didn't have the cold, they had normal temperature showers. They reduced the amount of days that they called in sick to work. And that was a randomized control trial. So there are lots of emerging, interesting kind of health outcomes and cold water immersion fields of health that we're going into now. However, the evidence for any one of them isn't particularly convincing. There are sporadic sporadic pieces of evidence that we have to try and make a hypothesis by like accumulating them all together, because they use different exposures, they use different types of cold water immersion. A cold shower is different to an ice bath is different to hydrotherapy. They're all kind of different in a sense. So it wouldn't really be wise to make a generalized statement to say, an ice bath in the morning for 3 minutes is going to be good for your anxiety, when there's only been pieces of data to support that. So yeah, it is quite interesting.
Well, there it is. It seems that we are getting a timid rating of potentially interesting.
Yeah, I would say definitely, as in the next 5-10 years, we'll see a lot more evidence on it. However, it should be stated that in some people who do suffer with anxiety or depression, I know that there were some reports of it actually increasing heart rate, increasing blood pressure in some people. And in some people who might be a bit sensitive to it, it can actually increase stress and increase cortisol levels.
This guy was stressed out because of the ice bath.
Oh.
He's like, I don't want to do it. I'm having existential dread, but I'm going to do it. Keep doing it every morning.
So why was he doing it in the first place?
That's a
very good question.
Because it's a vibe. It's cool.
No, I think he thinks it is beneficial. And it was more like the point of the video, I guess you could say, was that it was motivational. It was like, if you dedicate yourself to something, you should do it even if you don't want to, kind of thing. And I guess he had set out to do this for 60 days in a row.
Let's show him. It's short. I'll show you the video. The
first
part of it is like 15 seconds.
Right.
Yeah, so what are you seeing these days? What's rubbing your tits these days on TikTok?
Oh, what isn't? I just today I've just responded to someone who said that the modern kind of agricultural practices are decreasing nutrients in our fruits and veggies by quite a lot. And she made the claim that in order to get the same amount of iron from an apple today, you would have to eat you would have to get the same amount of iron in an apple from 1914, you'd have to eat 25 apples today.
That's not true.
And I was like, sorry, number one, where does that come from? Number two, apples are not a source of iron anyway. It contains like 1% of your daily intake of irons. Who the hell's eating apples for iron? Like, it makes no sense, right? And then when I called her out on it, she like tried to claim that I was, I was harassing her or bullying her or whatever.
Yeah.
I just said, show me the evidence, and she cites me a National Geographic article. I was like, great. Okay.
I love that they putting out like this junk science, and then when you try to correct them, it's harassing and bullying. It's like, grow a pair, dude.
Right.
You're entering the public discourse. You have ideas. Yes. Let's challenge them.
And I like to think that I remain relatively respectful. I don't insult anybody. I don't call anyone names, right? And
you
apparently
leave that to me.
Yeah. Like, Ethan, you can do that for me. It's fine.
Yeah. Carnivore MD's a fucking loser freak.
Bro, honestly, he made me call him twice on Zoom prior to our debate. Yeah. I said, what's the point of us calling if you're just going to make us talk beforehand? He goes, oh, I just want to understand your position a bit more, right? So I spend half an hour digging into his terrible studies he shows me, right? And I do that twice. I spend an hour of my own time talking to him prior to debating on your platform. And then the day before he goes, yeah, sorry. Yeah, no, let's leave it.
He was like, he wanted to see how embarrassed he was going to get.
Yeah.
What an idiot, dude.
And then I started telling my audience, like, look, just because he knows he probably wouldn't have a chance, so he wanted to use those calls to see if I had any good arguments. And the level of evidence he showed me was absolutely atrocious. It was so bad. And I'm not surprised in the end, really. I'm not surprised.
Can I ask you a question? What are your thoughts on hold on one sec. I gotta recall the name of this. What are your thoughts on this? What is it called? God damn it! Here it is. Vinyl chloride. Do we like breathing vinyl chloride? How do we like that? Do we drink it or do we avoid it?
What is that?
There was a massive. Oh, you don't know what vinyl chloride is?
No.
Okay, so that's fine. It's just a joke. Sorry. There was a huge catastrophe in Ohio where it leaked a bunch. It's apparently super toxic. Yeah. Okay. But here's the video. So I'll just show it to you. It's only like 20 seconds.
Go on.
Morning, guys. It is day 59 of taking an ice bath every single day. And I gotta be real with you. I feel like quitting. I don't want to do this today. I stood there staring out the window, procrastinating for the last 20 minutes, thinking about all the excuses that I had not to do this. I didn't sleep well last night. I'm tired. My kids are sick. I woke up with anxiety. And then I thought to myself, with all those things stacked against me, what if I could still pull this off? And so that's what I'm gonna do. It's minus 4 degrees Celsius out here this morning. Water temperature is 1 degree Celsius. We're gonna do 3 minutes in the ice bath. And no matter what's going on in my mind right now, it's still gonna be a good day.
That's it. He gets in, he does the ice bath thing. But
okay, that's very interesting because I think this highlights that we need to be very reflective and kind of conscious of to the effects of these things on ourselves individually, right? So even though there may be some benefits in some people may, you know, train their vagus nerve to activate the parasympathetic system so it calms them down, it chills them out, right? People who have lots of like daily stressors, who are very stressed in their daily life, that's fine. Those people might find benefit. However, if you're finding that actually you're dreading going to do it and you're generating your own anxiety and stress, you know, going to do it every day, and you're not finding benefits in your quality of life, then, like, you know, why are you carrying on?
That was my reaction.
You're right.
Know?
I think it's good to like do a habit that you're not very comfortable with to start if you know that there are proven benefits, right? So like a common one would be something like increasing the amount of fiber through fruits and vegetables in your diet, right? Some people initially might get, you know, high levels of gas or bloating, or maybe, you know, their bowel movements might be odd, like to begin with.
What do you mean odd?
So people that aren't used to having high fibrous foods, their gut can take a disliking to it initially. So they might get a bit of diarrhea, a bit of constipation, they might get a bit of bloating, their belly might goes out a little bit.
I just wanted to hear you describe like the different kinds of poops you might have.
Okay.
Sorry,
Yeah, there are lots of different poops. There's like in hospital we have a stool chart for different patients. And we label them type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4 poo. And it's like
there's four main categories.
There's like six.
Okay, what are they? Do you know off the top of your head?
Well, you got rabbit drops. So like if it looks like rabbit droplings, that's like one, like really hard, like really like bitty, like pebbles, right?
Yep.
Then you've got like the other end, which is like complete slosh, like liquid
slosh.
yeah, like imagine just like a Diet Coke.
You know what, Dr. Idz? I was on antibiotics, and then I got this really crazy thing. Did I ever show this to you? My pesto shits?
No.
Can we show him a picture? Do you mind looking at it?
Does he want to see that?
Was it green or red pesto?
Dude, it was green. It was like neon green, dude.
Oh, glow in the dark.
Pretty much.
Yeah. It was. Does anyone have access to that? The pesto.
I mean, it's on your Twitter, right? They can go find it.
It's on Twitter.
He posted it on.
Well,
Twitter.
we were talking about it so much that I decided I'm just gonna put it up there for anyone that wants to see.
And that was after antibiotics.
Yeah, after antibiotics. Here it is. Oh God, are you ready, doctor?
Can we show it on screen?
No, don't.
Right. So,
but just switch off, right?
We can't because we have to switch to him for.
Here, I have a way to do it. Just Ian will just stay on you, and I will swap what's being sent to Doctor.
All right, tell me when you're ready, Dan.
Yeah, 1 second.
I must show it to everybody.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
All right, so now in a moment he should see your screen. Okay, yeah, he's seeing your screen now.
All right, so here it is, Dr. Idz. Get ready.
Yep.
I was doing a stool sample. That's what it looked like.
Wow.
That's like otherworldly.
You ever seen anything like that?
That's like, it looks like a planet.
It's so nasty. God, I can't even look at it. It makes me sick. Yeah, that was coming out of me. It's crazy. I never knew it could be green like that. And it's like vibrant green.
Here, let me see.
Yeah. That's like actually post antibiotic diarrhea is quite common actually.
Really? That color?
No, not that color, but just the concept of having distorted bowel movements for a while is pretty common. What antibiotics were they? Just by curiosity.
Gosh, I don't even remember.
It was a while ago now.
What was it? What I was taking them for? I don't even remember.
What were they for? Like, what was the illness?
That's what I'm trying to remember.
C. diff.
C. diff?
Oh, was it?
No, they thought I might have C. diff.
Oh, I thought that's what you had.
No, they were saying
You were just really ill, right? And like you went to the hospital, and
yeah, but it was after I'd been on antibiotics for like a week.
but that's what I mean. You were really ill, so you got on antibiotics, and then it made you worse.
I don't remember what my illness was though, but anyway.
Was it ill with the poops or something else?
No, well, it wasn't poop related at all. I remember that. A little bit of like a guacamole there with maybe like garlic.
Ugh.
You think about maybe taking a tortilla chip to that?
Stop.
I think
Stop.
it looks like egg drop soup in my opinion.
Stop.
Right, I see that. I see
God.
that. Well, except green.
Right.
I'm surprised there's no sweet corn in there.
There's no what?
Sweet corn.
There's
in
no
it.
sweet corn.
Sweet corn? Yeah. Yummy.
Horrific.
Well, there it is. Okay, so
That is very green.
so there it is. Dr. Idz, you heard it here. Have you ever seen a shit like that in your career?
I've seen some pretty bad ones with blood and like clots
Ooh,
of
okay.
mucus and stuff in it.
That's worrying.
Especially after bowel surgery.
Alfredo, where are you going? Don't go back there.
Yeah, that's
But
that sounds bad.
But the green.
that color,
Yeah.
that color, I've not seen.
There it is.
I've not
So
seen that.
it's
I've
a
not seen that.
it's a medical mystery.
You're very special.
So
Your
I'm
bowels are very special, Ethan.
Glad to show you something new for the first time, Doctor.
No, that was insightful.
Yeah.
I love
All right.
that.
Well, thank you for the input there, Dr. Idz. I appreciate you calling in as always.
Just one thing I will say, I forgot to mention about cold baths, is that I would not recommend it at all for anyone who's got pre-existing cardiovascular disease, heart disease, anyone that's had a prior history of stroke or they're on the risk for stroke, because when you immerse your body in extremely cold water, your body responds by vasoconstricting your vessels, right? So it narrows your vessels.
Right.
Meaning, so if you've already got narrowed blood flow because you've got plaque and your arteries are a bit narrow, right? You've had strokes or previous occlusions in your vessels, then by further constricting it, you could cause something called ischemia, which is lack of oxygen and nutrient supply to your tissues. So you might make the problem even worse.
Well, don't worry, Dr. Idz. Joe Rogan's heart is perfectly healthy and definitely not enlarged.
From years of human growth hormone.
Yeah, he's good. You don't worry, Dr. Idz. After 20 years of eating only elk meat and egg yolk and taking human growth hormone, I'm sure his heart is in perfect condition.
I'm such a sucker.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope most of his audience have sense enough to not follow.
They don't.
Probably, yeah. Well, I can still hope. I hope your audience has enough sense, actually.
Nobody here's taking ice baths. I guarantee that. We're not the type of people, Dr. Idz.
Good, I'm glad.
All right,
Oh, pleasure.
listen, thank you so much. Always a pleasure.
Thank you
Give
very
it up
much.
for
Thank
the
you very
doctor,
much.
the good doctor.
Appreciate you. And I appreciate you always able to get on a call with us. You're the man. Dr. Idz, ladies and gentlemen. TikTok marvel. TikTok legend.
Go follow him.
Legendary doctor, researcher.
Thank you, my friend. Take care.
Extraordinaire. Are you still single, doctor? There's lots of inquiries in chat.
I am. I am.
Okay.
Hopefully, sometime this year, within the next 12 months, I do want to settle down.
Okay, a doctor's looking to settle down, girls.
Just saying.
Uh-oh. When you mention you're a doctor, do the faces light up of the women in general when you speak to them?
Usually, they know that I'm a doctor before they know me. So
Your reputation precedes you.
like I don't ever just walk around going, "Hi," if you didn't know I'm a doctor.
Right. You don't find yourself in situations like at a bar having a pint. Oh, you don't drink, do you?
I don't drink. Yeah, I don't drink.
Yeah, so there that is.
So yeah, I mean,
Shame.
I do
you
like
gotta
to think
get up
I
there.
make.
You got to swing that around a little bit.
Yeah.
The doctor title. What do you guys think of saying? Not his dick.
Well, if you guys can get me a wife, that'll be all right.
Okay.
Okay.
We can definitely work on that. We can make anything
Right
out
on
of
that.
it. All right, doctor. Thank you so much.
Take care.
Have a good
Take
one.
care.
Bye.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Yeah. This man's a doctor. He's not even out there swinging it around. I'm a doctor. I'm a doctor.